Hello, 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 children. This is Yonina, aka the Dove, better known as Miss Down the Bunny Hole, Bunny Rabbit, Lisa. I'm on here today to talk to you about the difference between a conspiracy theory and an evil agenda. And I have some etymological terms of the words that I've looked up today to give you a more direct meaning from the origin of the word rather than how we use it today. Just to show you how words can be used to lay traps for people and how they can be used to manipulate people and how they can be used to trick people. And to explain to you why the words that we use today are mixed up how they are and why we use them how we use them. Let me start off by first saying and explaining that everything is energy, absolutely everything, including your words. Your words are just as much energy as you getting up and walking across the room to close the door or a window, or even you thinking to get up to walk across the room and reach your destination. That's what I have to tell y'all for the get-go, for the first thing, because in order for you to understand what I'm saying, you have to get that. You have to get that, children. That's why in every religion or spiritual walk of life, it say and the creator spoke originally, truthfully. That's what it said. And made energy move and created something out of nothing. That's why you can take words and turn them in. Well, they can take words. The ones who are truly against life, they don't know that they're against life. Not yet. Some of them don't. But they'll find that out as things and time goes on. They can take words and turn them from the page of a book and turn them into our DNA um, gene pattern. When I say R, I mean how our DNA writes who we are. They can do that now with just the technology that they have now. They've already had that technology for the last 30 to 50 years. It was just given to them, okay? And now they're just now coming out with it. You can go Google it, go YouTube it. Guy turns a book into DNA, or he's working with this group, this music group. It's a contemporary music group called OK Go. They make some pretty good music. I like some of their music. Um, he's turning his music into DNA patterns now. He's collaborating with the guy who turned the book into DNA to turn his music into DNA. So yeah, you have to know that this is an evil agenda because it's way beyond just thinking in the terms of what you can see physically or what you can't see physically. It's beyond that. It's beyond the dual plane and the plane of right and wrong, because you have the ones who are trying to mind control everybody through their mind control machine called the government. And when you look the etymology of those words up, govern means to control, and ment means mind. The Middle English version of the Greek word ment is mind. The Middle or Old English version or Indo Germanic version of control is govern. Okay? You got to go to the origin if you want the total truth of everything. You have to. So let's start off with the disclaimer. I'm sorry I can't share the screen with you all children today. But you can go to etymology, the online etymological dictionary, www.etymmonline.com, to check this out yourself, and do your own research about where words, the origin of the words came from, and how we use them today. And even though this is not the source of all sources, because this can be changed too. you know um but yeah, I implore you to go on there and you guys check you know the words that we use today, because most of them that they have on there are you know pretty accurate for the most part. So that's why I use this dictionary. Just give me a second, I'm finna find it. Here it is, I believe. Give me a second. So this is, like I said, okay, yeah, this is the disclaimer um of the online etymological dictionary. It says, this is a map of wheel ruts of modern English. Etymologies are not definitions, they're explanations of what our words meant and how they sounded 600 or 2,000 years ago. Okay, so this dark agenda has been in plan for more than, just 2,000 years, but they you have used this 2,000 years to really suppress a lot of truth, from people, so that people can be confused. Who is the father of confusion? Children, the devil is the father of confusion. Who is the tempter? The tempter of all true life, all truly righteous life, all truly, created life. That is the shaitan. Satan is the tempter. Okay, he tempts man to do wrong. You know what I'm saying? Which, if man does wrong, but still tries to correct it anyway, he still feels like he's won. Okay, who is the false bearer of knowledge? The knowledge that seems to be true, but the knowledge that you can't test to be true. Like, how you go and they test gold. They take the gold and they, hold it, either in a solution or they put it under fire. And if it doesn't, melt, or if it doesn't, it's malleable, but it's not, it doesn't like melt like it's an alloy. They say that's true. That's been tested by the fire. Y'all, a lot of people have lost their ability to test the words that people say out their mouth, and because of that, everybody has become untrusting and untrustworthy of each other. And this is not a way to be. You know, nobody wanted to help the woman with the gorilla, with our son with the gorilla, but everybody stood around and let that little boy, that little 4-year-old toddler, get into that enclosure with that gorilla. So it got to a point where it was either the gorilla's life or the child's life. Had everybody done their job and everybody been trusting of each other and in tune, not disassociated with their surroundings, that little boy wouldn't have been going into no enclosure, including that includes his father. I'm not going to say the children should have been watching over him, because they're children, but his mother and his father was there. They should have had a better handle on their child. Women that's out of it and can't, keep a good hold on their sons. That means they don't have a true good hold on their life. That means their lives are messed up. They need to get their lives truly in order and leave all that stuff that they think is helping them, or they know is bad for them, behind, and find that which truly helps them. They need to go inside themselves and seek the true healing powers, the true healing ability of true Supreme Creator, not this false ass advertised bullshit fuck shit that everybody, excuse my language, but I'm going to speak, children, everybody sees, talking about, you know, this drug or that drug or this drug or that drug, but they give you so many adverse side effects that, you know what I'm saying, you can't use them. So you go use the weed, you find out the weed has been tampered with in a lab, you can't smoke that shit because now it's fucking everybody up because it's a more potent strain, and or it's a more potent strain, and they something messed up happened to the chemical reaction between, you know, the person who smokes it and, you know, the plant, and now, you know, people can't smoke it anymore. But nobody knows that, and they keep smoking it, and then they get some type of psychosis or some shit anyway. I'm talking about weed because it just came out that scientists have created a new weed type of weed that keeps you high for 2 days. I'm like, who wants that high? Who want to be high for 2 days? Me, when I smoke weed, I was like, okay, I smoke. I'm high for an hour, maybe hour and a half. Sometimes if I smoke really good and it's some really good stuff, I'm gonna be high for about 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? I eat, I go to sleep, I get up, you know what I'm saying? I stay away from the fuck shit and I smoke again. You know, nobody wants to be high for 2 days. Who does that shit? You want to be high forever? That's crazy. I mean, you can already be naturally high off, life. Okay, so let's get back to what this disclaimer says. The dates, I know I squirreled. I'm going to squirrel. Anyway, the dates beside a word indicate the earliest year for which there is a surviving written record of that word in English unless otherwise indicated. This should be taken as approximate, especially before about 1700, since a word may have been used in conversation for hundreds of years before it turns up in a manuscript that has had the good fortune to survive the centuries. Because they did a lot of book burnings back then, children. They burnt the sacred schools of Egypt. They burnt all those up, and some of those writings in the schools of Egypt and the libraries of Egypt had um hermetic writing, yeah, because they still had the sacred schools out there. But they also had Hebraic writing. They had certain other dead languages, the libraries of Alexandria that we don't even use today. They had just certain Persian writings that you hear about today from like archaeologists doing digs, but they can't find the writings. Why? Because they were in the libraries of Alexandria when they got burnt up. You know what I'm saying? Or some of when if not all of them were burnt, most of them were taken back to Rome and hid until the Roman Vatican was built, and then it was put up under there. Okay, so yeah, they got a lot of shit hid under the Vatican, children. Anyway, and when I say a lot, I mean you think I'm talking about maybe 100 documents, 100 maybe 1,000 documents. No, no, they have thousands of documents, children, thousands. Don't ask me how I know. Just go and find it out for yourself on your own. Do your own research, and you'll find out that everything I'm saying is true. Based The basic sources of this work are Weekly's An Etymological Dictionary of Modern English, Klein's A Comprehensive Etymological Dictionary of the English Language, Oxford English Dictionary, the second edition, Barnhart Dictionary of Etymology, Holthausen's Etymologisches Wörterbuch der Englischen Sprache. um, Etymology spoken by the English, I guess. I'm guessing. I'm doing a rough translation of German. I don't of Deutschland. I don't know it like that. And Kipper and Chapman's English of Dictionary of American Slang. It has a full list of print sources used in compilation that can be found at a website that a hyperlink if you click on it. Um, you click on it. This dictionary went up. It has benefited from the suggestions of dozens of people I have never met from around the world. a tremendous thanks and appreciation to you all. And now they have an app for it's in Chinese, Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Macau, which are all Asian, but they speak different dialects of Asian. Anyway, or Oriental. Anyway, okay, that's the first page. Now, oops, okay. Now, what I wanted to do today, like I said, I might have to make this into two videos. Like I said, once again, I'm sorry that I can't um, make this a split screen video so y'all can see what I'm seeing, but I'll do my best to describe it. Okay. So I wanted to define the difference. Not the actual word, I just wanted to give you a definitive difference between the turn of phrase of evil agenda, which is an agenda against all life, including your lives, the lives of those who you love, the lives of those who you don't know, the lives of your enemies, whoever you are. You. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. That's who this evil agenda is against. And me, okay? And life on this planet, and all animals, doesn't matter. All flora, all fauna, doesn't matter. Plants and animals, every last one of them. It's, you know what I'm saying, it's against life itself and this planet, this living celestial body that is our body, okay? That is sentient and conscious and awake more so than we are. More so than she's so awake, she's waking us up because she's aware of what's going on her within her and around her, and she doesn't agree with it. Creator, who is this being who we live on top of, does not agree with the actions of the so-called intelligent, spiritual leader-like beings on the planet right now. And I don't blame her at the moment. I truly don't, because it's a lot of messed up stuff going on. You know, that they're trying to kill a lot of people and they're trying to preserve themselves at the same time. And I'm like, it doesn't work like that. Because it doesn't. Excuse me if you see me itching. Um, I got baking soda on me, so it's really itchy. Anyway, so I'm going to start off with, let's see, what do I have here first? Excuse me. Um, okay, that's theory. That's for conspiracy theory. We're going to start off with evil, I believe. This is agenda. Okay. So I gotta find evil. Please bear with me. Okay, here we are. Evil, the Old English ifel. Evil, that's the noun. Um, the evil adjective, Old English ifel, Kentish, evil, bad, vicious, ill, wicked, from Proto-Germanic, ubilas or ubilas. Source also of Old Saxon ubil, Old Frisian, and Middle Dutch evil, Dutch evil, Old High German ubil, German ubel, and Gothic ubils. From P, i.e. upilo, from root wap, like Fetty Wap, bad, evil. Also, source also of Hittite, Huap. Hittite, okay, if you don't know, you have to go back to, you know what I'm saying, Genesis and Numbers and Deuteronomy and First and Second Kings, because the Hittites were a part of the group that was a part of the old civilization that, oh my goodness, okay, hold on, give me a second.